3 world cities, 1 world-famous goalkeeper. Jens Lehmann took in New York, Mexico City and Rio de Janeiro, not to mention 19 media appointments on his 6-day Bundesliga Legends Tour of the Americas. First up, it was New York. Jens Lehmann at large in the Big Apple as an ambassador for the Bundesliga, which is set to raise its profile even further across North America with the help of new broadcast partner Fox Sports.
It's attractive to a lot of Americans with a cultural connection to football through their immigrant background. It's certainly not the case that everyone here is only interested in what we would call American football.
Lehmann also paid a visit to Bayern München's very own stateside office in downtown Manhattan. The record champs set up shop here in 2014, a far-sighted move in a country still with a massive untapped potential as far as football goes.
I think there's going to be a huge upsurge in interest over the next 10 years. The US is on course to become a real football nation. Maybe not in 10 years, but instead 20 or 30. That was the main aim of our trip really, just to increase the general awareness of our sport.
Next up for Jens Lehmann, it was Mexico City. There's plenty of football awareness here, and that applies increasingly to the Bundesliga as well. It's a different take on football reporting from the standard European model, and there's much to be said for it.
I think that everyone was very impressed by the Mexican take on television football coverage, both by the knowledgeable male anchors and equally the knowledgeable and entertaining female ones. We've been wondering whether or not that kind of format would go down just as well in Germany. I think it's worth a try. That was certainly something that made quite an impression on us.
A meet and greet session with Jens Lehmann for up-and-coming Frankfurt and Mönchengladbach prospects. Both clubs were taking part in an international youth tournament in Mexico, and the potential stars of the future were happy to hear a star from the past shooting the breeze.
I was a different person on pitch and off pitch. Off pitch, I wasn't that bad.
With almost 400 top-flight appearances under his belt, the former Schalke, Dortmund and Stuttgart custodian has plenty of material for anecdotes. In Brazil, Lehmann was often speaking to already converted fans of the Bundesliga, and overall he was most impressed by the level of knowledge on show.
The journalists were incredibly well informed. They weren't just asking about who'd win the title or who'd be relegated. They were also asking some very specific questions about players and the tactics of individual coaches. We were able to watch a few games on Fox, and you could really see how much interest there already is in the Bundesliga.
3 cities in 3 different countries, all packed into 6 appointment-filled days. No holiday for sure, but Jens Lehmann took it all in his accomplished stride.
I definitely feel that the trip was exceedingly worthwhile, not just for us personally, but also as a promotional exercise for the Bundesliga.
The Bundesliga Legends Tour of the Americas. Thanks to Ambassador Jens Lehmann, German football has made a first-class impression of its own.